I learned nothing new. Hello everyone, I'm Nika and I study Business Management at Open University. And today I will be talking about one of the modules I was studying last semester, which is LB170 Communication Skills for Business and Management. Around the same time last year, I made a video about choosing my modules, and I have to regrettably say that unfortunately I made the wrong choice, and this module is the first module of Open University that really disappointed me. Why was I disappointed? Well, I expected something slightly more different, maybe slightly more advanced, I'd like to say, because for everyone who worked even a little bit in like an office environment or maybe worked at all, this module would be way too basic, and it doesn't convey any new messages and any new ideas. This module, among many things, is supposed to teach me about negotiation techniques, persuasion technique, about how to read between the lines and how to critical think and analyze the text. And to be honest, it did try to teach me that, but unfortunately it was on such a basic level that I already knew pretty much everything that was taught in the module, okay? I admit I did not know 100% of the content already, but I would say 90% that was just common sense and common knowledge. Let me just give you the example. The module is supposed to teach you about the persuasion and negotiation, but it pretty much tells you listen to the other side and figure out what the other side wants. So it's kind of, yeah, obviously. Or another example, during the exercises, we were giving a text and we were supposed to highlight the negative words and positive words, and pretty much that was it. That was the whole exercise. And I think at my current level of understanding of English language, that sounds kind of pointless, if you know what I mean. I guess the good thing about this module is that it is a very easy mark, but I paid for this module with my own money and I did not expect an easy mark. I expected knowledge, the knowledge that I didn't get. And right now when I go back and I read the brochure again, then maybe I was kind of a little bit too hyped for this module and maybe I really didn't fully understand what this brochure was telling me. But still, I am really disappointed because I learned nothing new. The one highlight of this module, the one thing this module did right, were the tutorials. At Open University, even though you have assigned tutor and you can attend tutorial of any other tutor you want based on what's more convenient to you. And one time I couldn't make the time when my tutor was giving a tutorial, and I thought, no problem. I will go to the tutorial led by a different tutor. And I was amazed. The tutorial was just great. The tutor could engage in a way that you not only were eager to listen and do the stuff, but also people were engaging with each other. And from what I've seen, it's a bit unusual for Open University because usually the tutorials are a bit of like a lecture style where tutor is talking and you're listening and maybe asking some questions. And here it was kind of like a collaborative effort. So I absolutely loved it. And I started attending tutorial led. And since that moment, I started attending all the tutorials led by this tutor, and that was great. But there was one thing that actually annoyed me a little bit, because that was the tutorial about the coursework. And the tutor told us that there are two ways of structuring the coursework, option A and option B. And he told us that both are correct and we are free to choose whichever suits us best. So I thought, correct, hooray, great, and I have chosen option B. But this advice came from a tutor who was not marking my coursework, and at Open University, all advice given by tutors should be uniform, so all tutors are supposed to be saying the same things. Unfortunately, when I get a feedback from the tutor who marked my coursework, he told me that actually the option B of structuring essay is incorrect and that I should have chosen option A. And I was a little bit taken aback from it because, I was told that both options are correct and choose whichever suits me best. And if we are talking about the courseworks, this module was assessed purely by coursework, and the courseworks had various different forms. We had to do PowerPoint presentation, we had to do SWOT analysis of a case study, we had to record the audio presentation of ourselves speaking on a certain topic, we had to write an essay, and we also had to write two reflective pieces about our studying experience. Another thing that surprised me a little bit in this module is the fact that they ask you to structure your essay in a slightly different way that other business modules ask you to structure their essays. So it can be a little bit confusing at the time, but no problem. You tell me what you want and I will structure my essay in a way that the module tells me to do it. So overall, as I mentioned earlier, I am kind of disappointed with this module because I knew most of the content that was already taught. I believe I was not the target audience for this module, and in the future, that's a note for myself, I will be reading the brochures about modules more carefully, so situation like this will not happen again. Well, thank you very much for listening and staying with me, and see you soon in my next video. Bye!